tangent over back to Korean Zombie and Dan Ige here. Let's and one of the crazy thing is that Chan Sung Jung, he dislocated his arm in the second, and within that round he popped it back in. I guess he popped his shoulder back into the socket by hitting Dan Ige or something like that. So that's not easy. And I know I think I dislocated my left shoulder like I don't know, like 15, 20 times before I got surgery on it, and it doesn't feel good. You can't use it. So hey, that's impressive stuff there. But let's look at the next fights for these guys. So after the fight, the Korean Zombie, after getting his black belt in jiu-jitsu, which is cool to see. I always love that stuff. He called out Max Holloway. Now I guess in the post-fight press conference, he said that Max Holloway hits soft, and he just lands a bunch of punches without really doing too much damage. So I love that call out with that one. So I think Holloway would be a great fight, or Volkanovski if and when he loses to Brian Ortega in September.
Yeah, if the Rodriguez fight is off the table for Holloway, and
Yeah.
if Rodriguez wants to stay in there and
Honestly,
fight
I much rather this fight
someone else
anyway than
no, this fight definitely gets me a little more pumped up, and that's no offense to Yair. It's just like the Korean Zombie is just an anomaly, you
he's
know.
the Korean Zombie, man. What
yeah.
other guy's named Zombie?
This has a little bit better of a ring to it, you know. Blessed Express versus the Korean Zombie.
That's good.
I think it's just an amazing fight to make, especially since you know Korean Zombie just got done fighting, so he'll get a 1 to 2 month layoff.
Yeah,
and that should give Max whatever his injury. I don't know if his injury's been if he's come out about it yet and confirmed it, but hopefully that 1 or 2 months would give him enough time to rest back up and get back into fight camp again, and maybe get this fight by September or October.
See, my whole thing here though is, although I would love this fight, and I respected Max for taking a fight, especially against a dangerous guy like Yair Rodriguez, without needing to, because he's essentially guaranteed a title shot once Ortega and Volkanovski happens, And so I'm almost not sold on the fact that Max Holloway, although I respect it and I would never say no to watching a Max Holloway fight, would never be disappointed. I'm always so weary if he should even be taking a fight, especially with the injury that he suffered in camp. It's almost like, might play it safe and just wait out for your title shot. What do you think he should do here? Should he take this fight against like Zombie, or should he just wait to fight the winner of Ortega and Volk?
Man, when is that fight taking place? September for Volkan? Yeah. I don't know. I think it just depends if he wants to fight or not. If he wants to fight, I still think he's the best in the 145-pound division.
Yes.
So I think someone's going to have a perfect night in order to beat him.
Yes.
So I say, yeah, why not take it?
Or a favorable night from the judges if you're Volkanovski.
Yeah.
In the second fight. In the first fight, yes, he beat Max Holloway. Second fight, I don't know, man.
I think Max, anytime seeing him fight, I get super happy. So if he wants to fight, that's awesome. I'm all for it. If he doesn't want to fight, I completely understand, because he is in a tricky situation right now. Like, he's basically 1A to the champion, and even though number 2 is getting to fight, he is by I would say by everyone's estimates the next guy that's going to be challenging for it, whether Brian wins or Volkanovski wins. So yeah, he could go either way. I personally would rather see him fight the Korean Zombie, just because that's just a phenomenal fight. They haven't fought yet. I mean, those are two of the best at what they do.
How have they not fought yet?
Love to see it,
It's crazy. Yeah, I'm super excited for that. So
for Dan Ige, though, let me give you a name for Dan Ige.
Ooh, let's get into it. Dan Ige, Blake, who should he fight next? After dropping, he's now 0-2 in main events. How could he pick himself back up after this fight?
Put him on a pay-per-view against none other than Edson Barboza.
Even though they already fought?
Yes.
Okay. Go for the rematch.
Yes.
Okay.
Because Giga is Giga fighting or not?
Giga is still he doesn't know what they're doing. He wants to now fight the quote-unquote pussy Yair Rodriguez. So I got fingers crossed for that fight. That'd be really good.
I I wouldn't mind seeing Giga fight Dan
Mm.
or or even Arnold Allen. I don't know if Allen has a fight coming up.
Allen does not have a fight.
So I'd say between those three, even though Ige already beat Barboza,
Hmm.
I wouldn't mind seeing that fight again.
Oh,
I'd
I
love to
would not
see,
mind. That'd be such a good fight,
yeah,
man.
like
Hmm.
it'd be a firefight. So I think anyone between Arnold Allen at 7, Edson Barboza at 9, and Giga at 10
Hmm.
keeps him firmly locked into that top 10.
Yeah. Now, Giga would be a good one. I prefer Giga versus Zaire just because we already got that tension brewing. I don't know if I'm sold on the rematch already with Edson Barboza, with the both coming off of losses. I just don't know
Edson's
if.
off a win.
Oh, sorry, that's not when I'm tripping big time. It's a good fight, but I think there's two better ones right now. What about the fight that we're supposed to get Blake, but never got with Dan Ige and Bryce Mitchell?
That's a big step for Bryce.
Mm-hmm. Do you
I don't
think
know
not
because
ready for that one?
Bryce
I
is
mean,
well,
he's
he's
at
just been
12.
so inactive, dude. He's been
Yeah,
injured.
yeah.
So that's a really tough one to put together. I'd be I'd be more leaning towards a Sadiq Yusuf for Bryce Mitchell.
Sadiq Yusuf would be good. Or I would also really for Dan Ige, I also like Arnold Allen. Arnold Allen, 16 in the one right now. Two really solid fighters. Arnold Allen. The only problem is that Arnold Allen is 7. Dan is probably likely going to drop behind Edson Barbosa's now after this loss. I wouldn't, or at least I wouldn't be
I don't
surprised.
know. I think he might stay where he's at.
I wouldn't
Honestly, I
be
mean,
surprised if he drops, but also yeah, he could stay there.
I
It's
think
going
he
to be
could stay at
interesting
8.
to see where they put him. It's going to be
But
weird.
yeah, that Arnold Allen fight would be sweet.
But wouldn't that be a banger? That's hands down Blake's banger.
Yeah,
Right?
easy,
So
easy.
I'd be a fan of that. Arn Allen's riding a crazy streak of fights. He lost in just his 7th fight of his career in
He's on the
since
10 fight win streak right now
yeah.
with 2 performances of the Knights.
So who that sounds like 50K Ige to me, man.
He is
50K Arn
unbeaten
Allen.
since 2014.
Isn't that good? Isn't that Arn Allen's really been just busting his way up this the rankings of this division. Dude, this 145 weight division, it's so damn good, and we're still waiting on Josh Emmett to come back too. Still waiting on them, and it's been
Yep.
like a couple days ago as a recording. It was the 1 year anniversary of his fight against Shane Burgos. So,
It's crazy that was just a year ago. It
I
seems
miss
like
him,
it's
man.
2 years ago.
I miss him so much.
But I mean, looking at some of these names, Allen's just to get off on a little tangent again. I mean,
Yeah.
he's already beat Yusuf, Melendez, Nick Lentz, uh, split decision against Makwan Amirkhani. I mean, some really good names on his resume already. I'd love to see that Dan Ige fight. That'd be super cool.
That'd
They're
be
both pretty
really-
young too.
Right. That'd be a good career win for either of those guys, you know?
It would be. It's the opposite of boxing. You know, they're kind of fighting in their primes. Two of the best.
And imagine that. Just another reason that MMA is the way better sport than boxing. But I would love those fights. We'd love to see what you guys think about that. A lot of options right now for Dan Ige actually, which is really good. All of them are going to be great fights. So,
Yeah, he didn't lose a lot, but I mean, obviously he did lose a lot, but
Yeah.
it's not like he's gonna get crapped down in the rankings. No one's gonna fault him for losing to a guy like Korean Zombie, who
You mean a title
is
challenger, one of the greatest in this division
Yeah.
in history? Crazy.
probably one of the biggest names in the UFC and hasn't won a title. So
Yeah. I mean, you probably put him top 3 in that one, and no one will
for right now, I'd say he's like top 5, top 10.
all time when it ends. I hope he gets a title win, but if he doesn't, man, he's gonna be one of the best to ever do it. That's never gone to gold.
That's never gotten a title. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, then I agree with that. Yes.
Yeah. So, hey, man, that just give me one of those fights, man, and I'd be super happy with it.